Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Today, our lesson 4-5 in algebra, direct variation. By the end of this lesson, we can identify, write, and graph direct variation. What is the direct variation? It's a special type of a linear relationship that can be written in the form of y equals kx. So the direct variation is a relationship. You can write it as y equals kx, where this k is a non-zero constant and called the constant of variation. Let's see example 1. Tell whether the equation represents a direct variation. If so, identify the constant of variation. We have this question, y equals 3x. This equation represents a direct variation. Why? Because it's in the form of y equals kx, and the constant is this number 3. The constant of variation is 3. So again, if you have this question like this, look at the formula, look at the equation like this. If the equation is written y alone without any coefficient here, means 1y or y only equals a number, then x, any number here except 0. Okay, so this is direct variation. The second one, we have 3x plus y equals 8. Step number 1, solve the equation for y, means try to make y alone. So I will subtract 3x from both sides like this. Subtract 3x from the left, subtract 3x from the right. So we can write the equation in other form like y alone equals negative 3x plus 8. Is this form the form of direct variation? No, the equation is not a direct variation because it cannot be written in the form of y equals kx, or a number with x only without a constant value like 8. Question 3, tell whether the equation represents a direct variation. So step number 1, we will solve for y. So we're gonna add 4x to both sides. 3y alone equals 0 plus 4x, which is 4x like this. After that, we will divide both sides by 3. So y alone equals 4 over 3x. Maybe one of you said this is not direct variation because we need a number than x. This 4 over 3 represents a number. 4 over 3, we said this k may be any number, but non-zero. So 4 over 3 represents a fractional form of a number, which is 4 over 3. It's rational number. So this equation represents a direct variation because it's in the form of y equals kx, and the constant of variation is the number 4 over 3. Now check it out. Stop the video and try to solve alone. Now check your answer. The first one is not. The second one is a direct variation and its constant is negative 3 over 4. The third one, the equation also represents a direct variation and the constant of variation is negative 3. Now, what happens if you see, or if you solve y equals kx for k? Means to make k alone. So we will divide both sides by x. So this constant of variation, you can find it by dividing y over x. Let's see the second example. We have a table. Tell whether the relationship is a direct variation and explain. In the previous slide, we said that if we divide y by x and the result is a number constant, so it will be direct variation. So in this question, we will divide each value of y by its corresponding value of x. Means divide this 6 by 2 and divide this 12 by 4 and divide this 18 by 6. Let's see the equation of the constant is y equals 3x. Okay, so the direct variation here is y equals 3x and the constant of variation is 3. Okay, so this is a direct variation. Now, the second method, if you divide y over x for each ordered pair, you will see that it's constant. Look, when you divide 6 by 2, 3, 12 by 4, also 3, 18 by 6, 3. So this is a direct variation because y over x is the same for each ordered pair. Now, second example, we have another relationship in this table, and I ask you, is this a direct variation? And explain. You can use any way. The first way, write an equation. Is there any equation that 1 become -2 and 3 become 0, 7 become 4? We study this in the linear relationship. So each value of y equals, look here, 1 become -2. It means this one, we subtract 3 from it, it will be -2. And this 3, we subtract 3, it will be 0. And this 7, we subtract 3, it will be 4. So we have a relationship between them, which is y equals x minus 3. And we know that this form is not a form of direct variation. This is by the first way. The second way, okay, look, the second way, if you divide y over x for each ordered pair, you will find that -2 divided 1 is equal to -2. 0 divided 3 is 0. 4 divided 7 is a decimal, 0.57, and so on. So, because the answer of y over x, or the quotient of y over x, is not the same, so this is not direct variation. Now, check it out too. If you finish it, please check your answer. The first one is not direct variation. The second one is a direct variation. You can use any way. And the third one is not direct variation. Now, example 3, writing and solving direct variation equations. The value of y varies directly with x, and y equals 3 when x equals 9. Find y when x equals 21. In this question also we have more than one way to find the value of y when x equals 21. The first way, we can find the value of the constant of variation k. How? From the previous example, to find k means divide the ordered pair y over x, the value of y over the value of x. So in this question, look, the value of the first x is 9 when the value of the first y is 3. So to find the k, divide 3 by 9. Okay, I think I start with the second way. Okay, so let's see the first way. we will write the equation first, the equation for a direct variation. Okay, the equation. I will write it like we know that any direct variation, because in the question we can see that y varies directly with x. Okay, let's see. Look, when you see here y varies directly with x, y varies directly with x. Okay, so when you see y varies directly with x, so you can write the equation as y equals kx. After that, the first value of y is 3, so you can substitute here for y 3 and x 9. So now write it. It will be 3, the value of y, and x, the value, its value is 9. So to find k, we will solve for k, means we will divide both sides by 9. Okay, so k will be 3 over 9. K will be 3 over 9. When you calculate 3 over 9, it will be 1 over 3. So the value of k now is third. So you can rewrite the equation like this. Y equals 1/3 x. We replace this k, look, and we put third. So y equals third x. Now, when x is 21, we can find the value of its corresponding y. So y equals third times 21. Third times 21. 1 by 21 is 21 divided 3, which is 7. This is the first method. Now, the same question, but in the second method. We have in this method a proportion. If when you have in the question y varies directly with x, so we have a proportion between them. Look, this proportion, that y1, which is 3, over x1, which is 9, is equal to second y, which unknown, over second x, which is 21. And I think this is easy way for direct variation. Okay, so please, you can write this rule if you have direct variation. Okay, look, if you have direct variation, you can write like this: y1 over x1, okay, is equal to y2, means the second y, over x2. So you can memorize this rule for any direct variation when I ask you to find the value of y or the value of x, the second y or the second x. Now substitute that. Where is the first y? Look, it's the first y here. So you can write here, it's y1. Where is this first x? The first x is 9. And where is the second y? This is the second y. And here the second x, which is 21. Now substitute by the values 3 and 9 for the first y and first x, and y2 as it is, or y, and x2, which is 21. Now you can solve this question by multiplying. You can make cross product. Okay, can make cross product here. Look, in cross product, we can multiply 3 by 21, which is 63, and 9 by y, which is 9y. So 3 by 21, 63, and 9 by y equals 9y. Now divide both sides by 9 to find y alone. So y is equal 7. Or also you can directly find the value of y by multiplying 3 by 21 and divide the result by 9 in one step. So 3 by 21 divided 9, you can find the value of y, which is 7. Okay, now we have checked out, we have the same rule, and write x1, y1, x2, y2. It's the same here, so you can use this given and find by any way. If you check the answer, you will find that this is the first method to find the equation itself by replacing y and x and put their values 4.5 and x is 0.5. Look, it's y1 and x1 as y and x here, and then divide by 0.5 both sides. So k will be 4.5 divided by half or divided by 0.5. It will be 9. Okay, so k is 9. Now you can replace this k and put its value, which is 9. Now we have the equation already, so we can replace x and put the second x, which is 10. We can replace this x and put 10. So we have y equals 9 by 10, which is 90. And you can use the proportional and write this rule. You can write this rule, look, and then substitute. You will find that you can find here the value of y by multiplying 4.5 by 10 over 0.5. Directly, you will find the result is also 90. Now, example 4, graphing the direct variation. Okay, how to graph the direct variation? If we want to graph the direct variation, okay, read the question first. Look, a group of people are tubing down a river at an average speed of 2 miles per hour. The question is, write a direct variation equation that gives the number of miles y that the people will float in x hours, then graph. In this question, we have to find the relation between x and y or write the direct variation between them. So because we know this linear is a direct variation, so we can write it in the form of y equals kx. Okay, so step number 1, write a direct variation equation, which is y equals kx. Where is k? The k is the constant. If you read here, at an average speed of 2 miles per hour, it means 2. If you remember, when we see per, okay, to this pair or for each, it means 2 miles for each hour, or 2 miles per hour means this is the constant of variation 2 times x. So we have this equation y equals 2x, or 2 multiplied by x. After that, choose values, because I want to graph. Now I have the equation already, y equals 2x. So choose values of x and generate ordered pairs to graph. Okay, look, we have this table, x and the relation y equals to x, and the ordered pair x and y. So we'll choose 3 values of x. The first value is 0. Look, we replace this x and put 0. 2 by 0 is 0. So when we choose 0 as x, its corresponding y was 0. So the ordered pair is 0 and 0. Another value, which is 1. When you replace x and put 1 in this relationship, you will find 2 by 1, which is 2. So the ordered pair is 1 and 2. And another value of x, which is 2. So y equals 2 by 2 equals 4. So the ordered pair is 2 and 4. Now you will represent the 3 ordered pairs in the graph, and don't forget to join the points with a line, with ray like this, because in this question we have many values for the time, okay, which is in hour, and we will not write it as negative because there is no time in negative. Okay, so we have this ray and this continuous graph. Okay, check it out. Try to solve it alone and take your time. As we know that the perimeter of the square is equal to 4 times the side length. So we have this equation that y equals 4 times x, or for x now choose 3 values. We will find 3 ordered pairs and the same question. We have this quiz by the end of the lesson. You can stop the video and solve it, and please send me your answer. Goodbye and see you tomorrow inshallah.